Hi, welcome to the Sales Strategies for Christian Coaches podcast. I'm Justin Janowski, your host. I started my Christian coaching business, Faith to Influence, in December of 2018, and I was just hoping to be able to make it as a coach. My goal my first year was to earn $60,000, and God had much bigger plans. I earned over $250,000 in revenue my first year. And along the way, I started connecting with other Christian coaches and recognizing that many of them really struggled to build their businesses primarily because they had challenges around money mindset, sales mindset. They struggled with figuring out how to design and price their business models. And most importantly, many coaches and entrepreneurs really struggled with sales. And sales was the one thing I knew how to do really well that was easy and fun for me. It always has been. And for me, I love making sales high integrity and high converting. I believe that sales, when done right, feels good for both sides, whether the sale is made or not, and can be a really impactful, wonderful process. So that's what we teach our clients to do. Today, I want to talk to you about persistence in sales. And if you've listened to our podcast, you've probably heard me deliver similar messages to this. I am committed to being persistent in delivering this message to you. Because what I know to be true is that if we are persistent in sales, we're going to get significant results over time. If we simply keep going and we move forward with resilience and gumption, we're going to get results in time. A great example of this is Jule on our team. Jule recently started doing sales for us. She's also supported us in marketing. She's been my executive assistant in the past. She has her hands over a number of different projects in our business. She's an exceptional, important part of our team. And Jule decided to step into a sales role when we had a change in our team recently. And we had her start following up with old leads, people who bought our $7 challenge. Some of you, if you're listening to this podcast, you've been through our 4-day 100K Christian Coach challenge. It's $7 and it's automated, and it's a primary way now that we introduce ourselves to new people. If you haven't taken the challenge yet, it's a great way to learn how to design your business model, how to price it, and how to open a sales call. You can find the challenge at salesisgood.com. Jule, though, was following up with people who bought the challenge months ago. In fact, she was following up specifically with someone who had bought the challenge 4 months prior to her beginning her prospecting attempts. And it took 4 prospecting attempts. That means she sent 3 messages without getting a call booked and decided to have enough courage to send the 4th message. That's persistence. Now, the 4th message was received as professional and almost impressive that she continued to follow up. And so the call was booked with this prospect, who happened to be a very ideal client for us. And that prospect required 4 sales calls to become a client. 1 introductory sales call with Jule, and then we had a decision call where the verbal commitment was made, but there was going to be a few days gap between then and the payment being made. So Jule followed our process of yes, no, or the next call booked, got that next call booked to receive payment. But in that next call, there were some new objections, some new concerns. There just wasn't a total piece yet for the client in making their decision to move forward. This was a higher ticket offer for us. And so we required a 4th call. And after the 4th call, a $10,000 sale was closed. So Jule had 4 prospecting attempts to a 4-month-old lead and then 4 sales calls, which ultimately led to a $10,000 sale. And if you ask Jule or anybody else I know, would you take 4 attempts and hold 4 calls to receive a $10,000 sale? The answer is almost always, of course, going to be yes. And this is a super ideal client for us, somebody we're really excited to work with, somebody that we know God has placed a great gift inside of, and that God has a big vision, a big plan for. And so bringing his business to life, helping him express his gifts to the world and lead in the way that he's feeling called by God is going to be really thrilling for us. We're excited for the work. I'm excited for the work. And so I'm really grateful for Jule's persistence. This new client of ours is also really grateful for Jule's persistence, which ended up yielding this great result. And so I just wanted to tell you this story because it's a good reminder for all of us. if you are prospecting, if you're sending messages, if you're trying to book sales calls, it's not oftentimes the first message that yields the result. In many cases, it's the second attempt. In some cases, it's the third attempt. And in other cases, it might take 4 attempts, like Jule with this prospecting effort. And that leads to the call. If we get yes or no on the call, then we're complete. If we don't get yes or no, let's line up the next call. Let's get to a place of decision together. Let's maintain pace and momentum in the relationship by ending every call with yes, no, or the next call booked, and persistently following up until we've gotten to a conclusion together. That's in the best interest of everyone. Win-win or no deal. So we want to do this, of course, with tact, with love, with integrity. There's a right and a wrong way to be persistent. But when we do this the right way, it feels really good and actually builds trust with our prospects in your professionalism, your follow-through, your consistency, and it can lead to sales. So thank you, Jule, for teaching us this lesson this week. We're going to keep it short and sweet today. I hope you're inspired. I hope this is an important reminder for you. Let's continue to be persistent in our prospecting efforts and in our sales efforts while honoring our love and integrity in the way that we show up for our prospects. God bless you all. Have an amazing week. Again, if you want to check out the challenge, go to www.salesisgood.com. Talk to you all soon.